talk to you about AVGR, or Avenger Incorporated. They had a press release which had to do with the results of their shareholder meeting. Now, they were planning on doing a reverse stock split. They didn't get enough votes to approve it, so what ended up happening was no reverse stock split was the decision. And then they also talked about how they're doing a full commercial launch of Tiger Eye CTO device in January, and then they're also talking about some other products and other clinical studies and development of a new product that they have. So it's generally like a very positive press release. What's kind of odd is that the press release came out on AccessWire. This is like the first source, I guess. Well, at least it's listed on their website, I guess. Was it on their website? I don't remember, but this is pretty much, this is a good source, and I'm pretty sure this is one of the main sources, the first sources. But yeah, so it came out at 450, and then, I don't know, a lot of trading happened at 443, 445, 448, 449. By 450, it was almost late. Well, not really in the grand scheme of things, but I'm curious to know how these people knew about it before. Moving on, so I'm going to show you, quickly I'll show you, let's look ahead before I get to that. This is a good recipe for bullish morning panic, and here's why. Price was at 0.3459, rises up to 0.8140, that's 130 roughly percent, and then it falls down over here to 55 cents, and from that 81 cents to 55 cents, and with this 0.3459, so you're comparing 130 rise, 130% to like a 50% retracement to that 50% of that gain to 0.5535. So yeah, so whenever a stock rises, has like a huge rise during like pre-market or post-market, and then it falls, it retraces less than 50% of that rise, that's a nice recipe for morning panic, and you can see here that holds true. Another weird phenomenon is that at 8 a.m. the price just goes crazy volatile, and then it continues to do whatever it wanted to do originally. You can see here, that's actually like 8 a.m. on the dot, and I guess a lot of traders come in and they start trading. They start affecting the stock price, and this stuff is kind of useful because who knows, maybe you could have some sort of strategy over there. And now I'll get to the nitty-gritty, and that is the Toolbox. I would say, because it's like a booming stock, if you had seen it like at the beginning of the rise, it's usually more, I find that these stocks are like pretty volatile in these scenarios, like at the first rise. So I would, like, to be safe, you want to make it very sensitive. You could also play it the other way and just not be safe and use a lower sensitivity, and you'll get some like amazing super chill trades. Like you'd buy in here, and then maybe you'll never sell until all the way over here. And not maybe, that's actually what it would show. I'll show you what I mean. So like if I go to 1 and 2, this is more like a risky style, but it would work like great. It would work amazing. Check this out. So it should say buy here and just sell here, and that's it. That's literally it. Yep. Wow, it even says buy here. So basically anywhere you'd like to buy and sell, that's it. Like this is amazing. Yeah, but as I said before, you want to play it safe. If you're interested in playing it safe, you could just do this, and then you'd only have these trades. You'd only get all the uptrends, which is nice. Technically, if you were to trade perfectly, it would be better than just like buying here and selling here, because you wouldn't experience any of this downtrend crap. So anyways, I think 4 and 4 is really safe. If you use this setting, it's awesome. So said buy here, sell here, which is a pretty good sell point. And then what you can also do is you can look for confluence between RSI and this algo indicator. Basically, when you do this kind of thing, you can actually substitute either one for a buy and sell. So for example, if you see how it says to sell earlier, you can go ahead and sell earlier. It gives you a better sell point. Sometimes the algo will tell you to buy earlier, which gives you a better buy point. Okay, I don't really see that. Yeah, here you can see a buy point and sell point over there. So another thing I really wanted to talk about was the slope of the trades. So the reason you saw initially you saw a buy here, I showed you a buy here and a sell here, and it was just like one simple trade. One thing you really have to keep in mind is that when you get trade signals and they're moving up like this, you can practically ignore, not all of them, I'm just saying, like, ignore the ones that are moving upwards. So if you see that all the sell points are moving upwards, you can go ahead and ignore them and pay attention to all the buy ones. And conversely, if you get a lot of sell signals moving downwards and a lot of buy signals moving downwards, you want to pay attention more to the sell signals and take them more seriously than the buy signals. Last thing I wanted to talk about, I'm glad I'm making good time. Last thing I wanted to talk about was price-weighted volume. So price-weighted volume is this indicator right here, and basically you can use it in two different ways, and in both ways you should obviously be paying attention to support and resistance. So here you can see that it passes the dark shaded zone. So this is how I like to use it. It passes the dark shaded zone actually right over here. Shouldn't ignore that. But the fact is, like, it goes very positive over here. So you could buy in here and then hold, and then I would probably have sold over here. There's a lot of confluence to sell on this bar. Like, you can see that RSI is sloping downwards towards the threshold. You can see that the price weighted volume is like hitting this line, and you get a sell signal over here. It's a bit late, but you do get a sell signal over there. Even high-low GAN says to sell over here, so this is a really good sell point. The algo and RSI think that this is a better sell point, but that is definitely better. You can see, you know what, the doji is huge. Doji is telling you to sell over there as well. Okay, so then you have this kind of sideways signal, not interesting. And also last signal was a sell, keeps going down. So now it's kind of like shorts time. This is a good signal for short sellers. And then, like I said, so price weighted volume. You can see that it's touching the shaded zone up until this point, and then afterwards it stops touching. But I feel like whenever it's like somewhat close to it, you have to be careful, because if it falls through, then you're gone. Then like you're gonna experience a big downtrend. It doesn't necessarily fall through over here, because just the only reason it kept falling was the positive price weighted volume didn't outweigh the negative price weighted volume. So it keeps falling, and what you're supposed to do is pay attention to support and resistance. It keeps dropping, and until here resistance doesn't rise, but support starts to rise. So support rising can give you a bit of a clue that it might like have resistance start to rise. So yeah, this was like the best bullish trade in this downtrend. Then afterward, it just continues the downtrend. What else did I want to talk about? Yeah, pretty much that you should pay attention to SNR, and then anything else, I think that's it. I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. I hit on everything. Cool. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace out, and take care.